Today I'm going to be breaking down POE by Ruger and Bnxn, where as usual I'm going to be talking you through the various elements that I'm picking up on as we go through it. Now before we do go ahead and get into the video, I do want to mention this because it dawned on me that I've never actually mentioned this on the channel before. So in the week I had a couple of people reach out to me on a couple of different videos just asking me about the song meaning. Now I do actually put my interpretation of the song meaning down below in the description, so if you are interested in that, then please go ahead, check it out. Okay, you know the sketch, headphones on, let's get into some new music.
What am I say?
Those horns, bang mate.
Which one I go choose? Just one in the po. Come and feel me, then get boss. I say, make you dance for me, make you no go the Jones. I swear you the po. You don't know I see the go. Tumbo, basket, which one I go choose? Just one in the po. Come and feel me, then get boss. I say, make you dance for me, make
phrases.
you no go the Jones. I swear you the po. No, I see the go.
Bad you, who respects you, brother, we didn't argue, no guesses, cause he never done.
Okay, right, we're going to stop it there, right? This is absolute fire so far, but we have leaked over into the first verse. So let's talk about the intro and the chorus. Okay, so let's kick off with this intro then. So we've actually got quite a long intro. It's 16 bars long. Average is about 8 bars and a short intro would be around 4 bars. But what you will notice, and this is one of the main reasons why the intro doesn't get boring and you're not sitting there going, you know what, can we just get to the meat of the track? And it's because the intro actually builds. So what they don't do is they don't start at one place and finish at that same place from where they started. What they do is they start at one place and they gradually build things over those 16 bars. And what that does is it helps to keep things fresh. It helps to keep the track moving. And obviously from an audience perspective, it helps to keep you engaged. Now, we get opened up. We've got this really nice set of keys. And then we get to around, I don't know, 8 seconds-ish. And we get what sounds like at least these horns come into the mix. They only come into the mix momentarily, but they are a fire touch. We then get to around 11 seconds and we get another additional sound that's brought into the mix. I've got no idea what it is, but it reminds me of like a penny in a jar, right? We get this ding, this kind of higher range sound. And again, it's just a really nice touch to be bringing into the intro and an example of what I was talking about in terms of how they're building that intro out. We then tip over into the second segment. This is where the drums come in, and at around 25 seconds, we get another sound that's brought into the mix. Again, I don't know what that sound is, but pay attention because this is definitely fire, because what it does is the tone of that sound actually bends with the key change on the keys. So yeah, absolute fire touch. Moving on to the chorus, and the first thing to actually pay attention to there straight from the bat is the fact that we go out of the intro into the chorus rather than out of the intro into the first verse. Additionally, when we do tip over into that chorus, we get a very short cut within the track. Now, on top of that, we also get a really nice, soft, warm bass being brought into the mix. And then we get to around 35 seconds. And what you'll notice is we begin to get these higher pitched, what I'm going to call complementary vocals being brought into the mix. And I'm calling them complementary because they're not really saying anything. They're just kind of doing these short little vocal runs. But at around 44 seconds, what you'll notice is that actually gets switched out to these kind of lower, more muffled vocals that are actually repeating some of Bnxn's back end phrases. Finally, we hit around 50 seconds within the track and we actually get an additional set of keys come in. And what that does is really help to kind of pad out that chorus and make it a little bit more fuller. Let's go back. Let's listen. Right, keys.
What am I say?
Horns. Right, drums are in now. And there's that noise, that kind of bends, the tone bends. There's the cut.
I said, make you dance for me, make you no go to Jones. I swear you did po, you know I see the go.
There's those repeated phrases.
Now
we've got the additional set of keys in.
I said, make you dance for me, make you no go to Jones. I swear you did po, you know I see the go.
Who respects you, brother, we didn't argue, no guesses. Cause he never damn you to full extent. See, you never experience full wetness. But mind you, I'm God sent. Maybe I go need your full consent. Show your ID, I dey avoid government. I'm a good citizen of this continent. Rise who come back. Mommy, turn
Nice
your
cut.
back, now back to back, each morning back your back, no take my polo mako. Carry him return and back, come take another round.
Okay, right, we're going to stop it there because we have kind of leaked over into the second chorus. So let's talk about this first verse. Now, the first thing that we notice here is very similar to the chorus, is that when we tip over into that first verse, we actually get a short cut within the track. Now, for those of you who watch my channel who are really in the detail, you'll notice that actually the cut within the first verse is shorter than the cut within the chorus. Now, listen. This hybrid synth bass mixed with Ruger's flow, I'm sorry, right, but it is absolute fire. Just pay attention to not just how you feel, but the feel of the track when we tip over into that. Go back to the intro, go to the chorus. Yeah, you're vibing with it, right? You're feeling the track. But when it tips over into that first verse, those two things or those two elements brought together just takes this track to a whole nother level. Now, another thing to pay attention to within this first verse is the snare. Now, what you'll notice is that we actually have a very prominent snare in this first verse. Again, go back to the intro, go back to the chorus. There wasn't really a snare to kind of talk about. We go into this first verse, it's there, right? It's clear, it's crisp, and it's very prominent within the mix. And then to top it all off, we get to around 120-ish and we get this very short glimpse of these additional keys that are brought into the mix. And I actually think this is a really smart move from the production team because it really does add value to this track, even though they're only in there for a short period. Let's go back, let's listen.
Respect you, brother, we didn't argue, no guesses. Cause he never damn you to full extent. See, you never experience full wetness. But mind you, I'm God sent. Maybe I go need your full consent. Show your ID, I dey avoid government. I'm a good citizen of this continent. Rise,
God.
Come back. Mommy, turn your back, now back to back, each morning back your back, no take my polo mako. Carry him return and back, come take another round. I said, make you dance for me, make you no go to Jones. I
swear you did put.
Muffled repeated phrases there back in the mix.
Tumbo, bass, kelebe. I know if you see you speed, kelebe. You too soft like fresh, agege. You too what you need, baby. Just be like Sandra, Benede. I know if you wear this size, so me. You get only fans, make I check. And my favorite part, not wet.
Animal, Americano.
Okay, right. Let's stop it there because we have just gone over into the second verse now. So let's talk about the chorus because there's a couple of things that are, there are a couple of things that are different within this second chorus. And then what we'll do is we'll simply just see the rest of the track out. And the reason why I'm saying that, and I'm not going to pick apart Bnxn's verse, is because we're at a point within the track now where we're actually getting a lot of common themes. So all that I will essentially be doing, if I was to pick apart the second verse, is just covering old ground, things that we've already spoken about. So yeah, let's cover off this second chorus. Boom, we'll go over and we will see the rest of the track out. All right, so listen, let's cover this chorus off very quickly then so we can get back into this absolute fire track, at least as far as I'm concerned. So first thing that we notice here within the chorus is, and I've already mentioned it in the video, but we actually get the return of those lower muffled vocals that are just repeating some of Bnxn's back end phrases. Notice that we actually have both artists sharing the chorus this time, which again for me is a really, really nice touch, because what that does for you as a listener is that it actually gives us contrast vocally within the chorus, rather than going sort of like, you know, one artist having the chorus, one artist having the verse, and it just kind of sticks to that format. Here we actually get contrast with both artists. And then the final thing for me, which to be honest with you is the cherry on top, is we get to around 159ish and we get these beautiful strings coming, man, or at least what sounds like strings to me. And it again very similar, right, to the first verse that I was talking about, where that we get the hybrid synth and we get Ruger's flow and how that really uplifts that first verse. Well, it's the same with the strings in the chorus, man. Really helps to elevate that chorus to another level. And strings will do that. They will do that. Like if you're executing them right, strings will really help elevate your tracks. Not just the chorus, verses as well. But yeah, bangs, mate. So let's go back. Let's listen. And we'll see the rest of the track out.
No take my polo mako. Carry am return am back. Come take another round.
Tumbo, baskelebe, which one I go choose? Just one in the pop. Come after me, then get boss. I said, may you dance for me, make you no good, they just. I swear you did pop, you don't know I see they go.
Tumbo, bass, kelebe. I know if you see you speed, kelebe. You too soft like
Rings
fresh,
are in there, mate. Listen to that.
What you need, baby. Just be like Sandra, Benede. I know if you wear this size, so me. You get only fans, make I check. And my favorite part, not wet.
Animal, Americano.
Hybrid synth back in the mix now.
Money, got them no money now. You know she like money now. Which one I go choose?
Nice cut.
Just one in the pool. You shall know I see the go. Are you gonna dance for me, oh baby, me can know. Before I start to drop my money on you.
Tumbo, bass, kelebe. I know if you see you speed, kelebe. You too soft like fresh, agege. You too what you need, baby. Just be like Sandra, Benede. I know if you wear this size, so me. You get only fans, make I check. And my favorite part, not wet.
Yeah, outro now. Bangs, mate. Okay, that's it from me. If you want to see more breakdown and analyses videos, there'll be things popping up on the screen right now. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you in the next one.